Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for is now here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Get him, Bobby.
Now rocking with
DZ the Incredible.
You got it locked into Live and Direct with your truly DZ the Incredible. Thank you for tuning in. And as you know, here on Live and Direct, we bring you the who's who in art, culture, music, and entertainment. And in the building with me, I got G, the producer. What's going on, man?
I'd go. Read your mind. Just chilling out. What's good?
Yeah, man. Everything's good, man. Glad to have you on. So, of all the things that you could have been doing, you could have been a DJ. I guess you could have been a doctor, a lawyer. What made you want to become a producer?
Slash artist.
Yeah. All right.
Growing up, I always been around music. My mommy was a singer. You know, she used to. I think I killed her career. She used to sing with like Sweet Emily, but then she had me, my sister, so she stopped singing. And two, I always wanted to be a producer for some reason at a young age. But I used to see the videos with Dr. Dre in the big studio, but I was like, I ain't never gonna see that, so I just like sort of gave up on it, you know. But then I started playing the trumpet, and then even when I started playing the trumpet, like I at age 7, I progressed in it. I'd say a little beyond average with it at a young age. So I started actually teaching people at age 12. From 7 to when I hit 12, I was really good at it. So I was teaching adults how to play the trumpet. And I didn't really like it. I used to just go home every day, listen to some jungle music, and play the trumpet by ear. So I just grew. It continued to grow. Music just continued to grow in me. And just listen to a lot of different genres. And then, when I hit high school, I had this friend. He showed me this program. It's a free program. I can't even remember the name right now. It's a production program. Make beats on. I was like, hold on now. When I was young, I was like, I can't never make beats because I see all the buttons in the studio with Dr. Dre had. I was like, I can never see that. So when he showed me this little program, it wasn't really nothing like that. He started making beats on it. I was like, hold on. And he showed me that. And then his beats was better than mine in the beginning. So I was like, hold on now, as a music guy, you can't be better than me in this. So I continued to go at it, and then my beats was still trash, but it just really started getting better. Then I moved on to FL Studio, and then I was always a singer, but I never really used to let anyone know that because I thought it wasn't, just thought it wasn't cool. It wasn't, I wasn't, I used to try be hard,
Yeah.
So I never was really into singing like that. But people who used to catch me singing, be like, what the hell? Like, you could really sing. But I just used to try play it off. But then, up until recently, I just really finally embrace it with the both production and singing. And now you got G the producer. So yeah, the G the producer, that's just my ego. Because I'm more staring over the artistic field, but that's just my ego saying I'll make a beat. And they could really put something there. I gotta show y'all I can do this, making beats, but it's more on the other side right now.
So that the first beat that you ever made that you actually got somebody here. Like you remember how that went?
Yeah, man. Shout out my boys in my old squad. Shout out Anonymous. I hope he stay with the music too. As a group as bottom, but me and them was cool from high school. So he was one of the first persons in the air, and we just started a group a long time ago in high school. We just used to be rapping and everything. But when they heard it, it was a little. They supported it. You see what they saying? Because I was the only person even trying to make beats, really like that. And then, of course, my boy would show me it. But I really was trying to take it to another level. Right. So everybody that just know me for like being that music guy in school. You see what they saying? But I'd say it's trash, of course. But and I used to record on the laptop mic, and then rap over the beat I make. And then I used to send it. And people was like, yeah, all right, dude, they ain't would discourage me. But I know now it was trash. But yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when I first recorded anything as far as singing or anything like that, and like back then, for me, and for the people that I was working with, like we thought like, man, that's the hardest thing ever.
Yeah.
And after I did some more professional work with people who actually know what they was doing.
Right.
And then I go back and I listen to that and be like, that's garbage. So I can definitely relate to how you feel about that.
Yeah.
So you said that you were part of a group.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all ever put on any music on the streets, on the radio?
Yeah. I feel if we did keep up with it, we just been way ahead right now. Cause I feel the group is the Empire Bahamas. You can still go check it out right now. I personally feel like I let my ego talk right now. I feel like we is one of the dopest back then, like when we was just doing it because we just had it. I feel like we had it together, but we just wasn't consistent enough with it, and but we had a cypher video that we put on Facebook, and I think that was one of the first videos I see from here, like hit over 100,000 views, like for a rap video in the Bahamas. And it wasn't even really mostly Bahamians. We had Bahamians arguing under the comments saying, oh, this, that. And after that, I saw people arguing about us, and somebody was saying we is good, some saying we bad, some that. After that, I was like, hold on, like, once it's like that, once you get people really talking,
right,
that means, you are actually making some sort of sense.
Yeah.
But I feel we is a good group, yeah.
So let's off a few of those tracks that you felt really made an impact for the Empire group. So I think some people watching might even remember.
Yeah, they okay, well, that's really what it was. What I remember doing is I made this song, right, in Parliament Square that I got arrested for talking about the government, and it ended up going on Bahamas. Bahamas is like a big Bahamian kind of site, all of that. So everybody was like, oh, you was that guy from the video, you was that, and then we continued even after that come out, because everybody was just watching us after that. We continued putting out other songs. So after that, leading up to that, we had the big cypher video, and
Very cool. So moving forward,
the cypher. Sorry for that. Yeah, the cypher. That's the cypher. I feel like that's our best track. That's the cypher. But we had a whole project burning that out. But I feel like that cypher was really.
Y'all put like a particular specific name on that cypher. Y'all just jump on and ran at it.
What was it on? You love to check the Facebook page. I can't really remember it now, but yeah, I just remember putting I think it was season finale cypher. Yeah, season finale cypher.
All right, so moving forward and getting better at your craft as a producer, as an artist. Can you remember like one of the first times that somebody outside of your crew actually approached you about doing work with them, and what came out of it?
Oh, let me see. What can I possibly? Let me see. I think I remember. I wasn't really trying to collab with anybody outside of my circle. People, if I let them listen to it, they'll be like, yeah, it's solid. But I never really try like work with people outside of my circle. You know what I'm saying? So until now, I really just started experimenting. Like I open to it, but I still trying to perfect what I do. Just working with other people. But definitely, I had a track with Zoo. He ain't put it out yet. You probably hear from him, so he's a dope artist. But I had a track with him. I think it was pretty dope. We did a remix to Kendrick Lamar, Money Trees. So that was a big song when it came out. But we did a remix. We did a remix to that. I don't think he ever put it out, but that was one we had. He just hit me up recently. I just hit him up too. I sent him a song, and he sent me something. So we may have more collabs in the future, but I trying to get some work into it sure right now.
Right.
But mostly it's just me. I like to stay in my own head. Right? Like when I have a vision for a song, I don't really be too open to, just collabing with other people and talking to everyone.
Interruption.
You see, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, you mentioned this artist Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
I had a guest on season 1 of Live and Direct, and like they were like literally like begging this dude to like, hey, put out your stuff, man. Put out your stuff. It's dope. So I have heard that name before.
He is dope, man.
And I keep hearing that the stuff is dope. So Zoo, if you're watching, put the stuff out, bro. I hearing about it. I'm hearing it's dope, so I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Put that on camera. Put that on camera so he can see. I just tell him.
I need to hear it. Bahamas needs to hear it if it's dope.
Like it really dope.
Now I hear that you have some new heat you about to drop.
Yeah.
And the song is called Desire.
Right.
So what I'm about to do, we're gonna jump into our world famous live and direct music break. We're gonna check out G the producer. This one's called Desire. We'll be right back.
Don't give a fuck who you with, girl, I gotta try. Be my desire. Since I first saw you, don't give a fuck who you with, girl, I gotta try. That's just how it goes. Sit back, enjoy the show. You gotta give me a line in my 40. Lane, nigga, no. Go, that's just how you go. You gotta give me a line in my 40. Lane, nigga, no. Shorty, my friend, Putty ain't a friend of mine, yeah. Shit, I might be born, put it all the time, yeah. When the lane leave, I'ma put it all the time. And when she come back, don't wanna party you this time. And I'm a transparent without crossing that line. Nigga holding me, I was enjoying the time. Still chick away like the ain't even crying. Put her finger on my lips and then I know that she was my baby. I done seen enough of him, baby. Ooh, baby. Hope you had enough of him. Yeah. I wanna when I know you freak. Yeah. I wanna ride right now. Baby, rock with me. Yeah, baby. Be my desire. Since I first saw you, don't give a fuck who you with, girl, I gotta try. Being my desire. Since I first saw you, don't give a fuck who you with, girl, I gotta try. And that's just how it goes. Sit back, enjoy the show. Gotta get my line in before that lame, nigga. Go, that's just how it goes. Gotta get my line in before that lame, nigga.
You checked out that new fire from G the producer called Desire. So tell us a little more about the song, the process, the creative process that went behind this. Give us a little insight on that.
This could be a little weird right now. I mean, I wouldn't call it weird, but it ain't something people doesn't normally do. So anyway, as I was a believer, you know, I like to read the Bible and stuff like that. So I was on a fast and all of that. So I was just trying to figure out like how I can get these songs sorted out and making all these tracks again and really focus on my music career because I really wanted to do it. So I was like, you know, I was just fasting and praying about it, you know. So while on that, I just started coming with the songs. I don't know, something just happened where the songs just started coming. I was writing hooks like every night. I was saying, you know what? Because sometimes when you write, it's like some nights you on fire and then other nights it'll be like, what are you even doing this for? Like it just get hard. So I was in that period where I was just like, you know what? I don't even care if the song trash or not. I just could continue writing songs until something sort of come about. And then I was like, you know what? I could just continue relaying the messages. Everything I write about now could really be like something I actually been through and stuff that people could possibly relate to. So that's what come to me. So I just started writing, and then one of the songs I wrote was Desire. It's one of my favorite songs. It's an R&B song. It's about this chick. I had, and I ended up taking her from another dude. You see what they're saying? But how it's structured out, like when you listen to the words of the song, you could really understand how it, like, you can really understand the full picture of it.
Right.
You know, let me see if I could describe it. Because one of my favorite artists was Biggie Smalls. That's my favorite all time. So what he used to do is he used to paint pictures with his rhymes.
Right.
So I incorporate that into my style. So everything, like how I do everything, like when you picture the song, you could be like, all right, this dude, like he really making something that you could really relate to. So that was the process, and like I said, I just keep writing and writing until I feel like, all right, that's the one, until it clicked to me.
Right.
Because you know, I feel like you could just sometimes write and I don't care how relatable it is, if it don't sound good, it don't make sense. Like that's just I don't care how good how relatable you is, the song gotta sound good. So my thing is, what I get from Biggie again is how he just was able to make stuff sound so good and still be able to make messages that, you know, you could relate to or see in your head. So that's what I started doing the music. And once I see it don't sound good and it isn't really relatable or it ain't something that I do or anything like that, I can't really put that, you know, I can't really finish that song, you know?
Yeah.
So that was the process.
So I know you just mentioned Notorious B.I.G. is one of your all-time favorite artists. We can get to something in a minute. Who else, what other artists can you say? And they could be from any other genre other than even hip-hop. Like, had a major influence on you, even like being in the music game.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I grew up listening to a lot of different genres and artists. I had this cousin, she used to live in Memphis, I live over here, but she had such a wide horizon of different music that she used to listen to. I mean, she used to come by us. She just used to have this when CD players were still in style. She had this big old bag of just CDs from everybody. Since she had Eminem, that was one of my favorites, and she had Backstreet Boys. I didn't like the Backstreet Boys. I don't think people even know who that is, but I didn't like the Backstreet Boys because they had it just was different. It was one of them boys band, and I just really like it. And they used to sing like R&B, stuff like that. So I really like the Backstreet Boys, Lil Bow Wow. There's so much different, like even down to Christina Aguilera, stuff like that. I just used to listen to plenty different genres of music until I just fuse everything up and come up with my own sound.
And you know, most dudes wouldn't admit that they like the Backstreet Boys or Christina Aguilera. So I'm sitting here like, what the hell? Even if I like them, I say that.
Yeah, I gotta
be on my headphones on. What you listening to? Biggie, man. I jamming some Backstreet Boys. Some NSYNC and thing, and I just jamming and lying. I say listen to something else, but you know, the music is a very powerful and strange thing, because I've realized that I could listen to Notorious B.I.G. I have all his albums.
Right.
And I could then turn around and listen to Michael Jackson, or I could turn around and listen to Christina Aguilera, as you mentioned, or even NSYNC. And the strange thing is that I could take all that music, and when I blend that together, I can create some hip hop, or I can create some R&B. I can even create some pop.
Yeah.
So it's like that. The influence of creativity is like it is a part of what shows you how powerful music is.
True. Right.
So my next question to you is, as a producer, and there are a lot of young dudes that are interested in that field of producer, DJ, and all of that other stuff. But as a producer, what would you say are some of the fundamentals of being a producer that these young producers need to practice?
Yeah.
First getting started.
The first thing you want to do is, once you get in it, the most important thing is just to have fun. Make sure you really like it first, because when you really like it, you open to experimenting. When I started producing, it was still around that time before there was so much tutorials online on how to do it. So I was really just toying around with my imagination. But now producers have so much access. I realize, like, they have so much access to videos on YouTube. They could be as good as Metro Boomin in like a few months from all the tutorials that's out. So with that being said, what would be the best thing to do? Even though you have the tutorials, use it to your advantage, but don't try to, like, just have fun. Don't try to be nobody else, and two, one thing I didn't get in the beginning was mixing.
Right.
Mixing is extremely important. That's something you may not want to get into it, because it could be a little tedious sometimes, but that's something you have to get into, like, off the bat, because I feel if I did get into that sooner, my beats would have probably been way better than now, because once you mix, that's the quality of the beat. And then once you mix in, and you have even though you already have to select songs when you start off producing, once you have a mix in there, you would start selecting songs based off how you mix the beat, because certain songs just don't go together. You can't have too much songs like on the same side of the frequency or the frequency spectrum, because it'll be muddy, just stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you just have to really get in the mixing for that quality, starting off, and like just really have fun with it, like experiment, and don't really try to be no one else. And even if you like someone, like, just incorporate it into what you're doing, but like still just be yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So we about to jump into something that I like to do. I like to put all of my guests through, and we call it the top 6. So I need all of my artists to pay very, very special attention, close attention to what's about to go down. Now, some people don't like to get into this, but you can't pass through live and direct and not. So I need for you to name for me your top 6 favorite artists of all times, but 3 have to be Bahamian.
Oh man. Alright, well, I can put myself in them. 3 have to be Bahamian. But we got some good, we really got some good artists here.
Yeah, man, we know.
We got some really good artists here.
But only 3 you could give me.
Oh man, it's because most of the artists who I really mess with right now, they too young to call them my favorite. Like, they just come in the game, so I can't really.
Hey man, they can make the list. They your favorite. They your favorite. They your favorite.
Okay, let me start off. Well, Biggie Smalls all time. That's the GOAT. Eminem. You say 6, right?
Yeah.
So that's me, Biggie, Eminem. We got Kanye West. Can't forget Kanye West. That's Kanye West. It's one of my favorites.
You gotta give me 2 more Bahamian.
Okay, I can give you. I can up to give this to the young boys. I'm messing with Lex right now. Sleeping.
Hey, major talent.
I messing with him. I just be listening. I like his song.
And his name has been called on my show a few times
yeah,
too.
I vibing with his song. Who else? If I could really, I can talk my trash right now for a second, but I can get to the last place. But I feel like the best rappers ever that come out here. Vito's from them. That's I can go with Louis. Louis, like, no, and I just talking weird stuff right now, like lyrically, like he ain't put out nothing in a while, but I ain't never seen nobody with the lyrical abilities over here with them kind of lyrical abilities he has, him and Tino. But the third Bahamian would be man, this could be tough. Cause I could go with either. I vibe with Sherwood, I vibe with Zoo. I can't give that to them too. Let me see what I'm thinking for. I know if they just hear it coming right now, I know it's gonna be even artists I really didn't like. I can't just give it I'll give it to Sherwood and Zoo, because I can't really take it.
So your third choice for Bahamian artists would be between Sherwood and Zoo.
Yeah, because
Okay, so this means that sometime on the show, Sherwood and Zoo have to have like a little rap battle, a little head-to-head battle, so we can. Because you were supposed to give me three, give me four. So we gotta find a way to settle that, but we can deal with that later. So we gotta get up out of here, right? But before we do, do you have any other words of advice for upcoming producers, artists? Anybody that wants to be in the entertainment field, especially here in the Bahamas, and then after that you can give your shout outs and we'll be out of here.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say is really, if you're trying to do this artist thing, and I still coming up, I wouldn't really say I ain't nowhere yet. I just really coming up, but what I'd say would really help me is I really focus on this music and production now. I'm also just like writing the songs, and I treating it like how I treat my day job. Like I love it so much that I don't even care how much hours I do it for. Right. So that's first of all, make sure you really love it and you don't just following other people. I was gonna say something else just now, but remember this thing. But just make sure you love it and study the game. Like sit back, see what's happening inside the lanes you trying to get into. Something as though as read books from entrepreneurs, people who good on social media, like stuff like that, because that's what music coming to right now. Right. And just network with other people, meet other people, because they'll expand your vision for whatever you have to do, depending on who you link up with. But just treat the music and the production like you want it to be your life. And when you do that, you take a year back, you cut out some of the stuff you're doing, what really ain't benefiting you to get into the next level. Just cut it out and really focus on it like it's your job. And if you already have a job and you treating the music like a job, then you don't really have time for nothing much else. Right. So just really be focused on it and studying the business side and just developing the craft. So yeah, that's what I like to say. And yeah, man, shout out to everybody. I ain't got nothing right there. Just shout out to everybody, Shout out to everybody. Yeah.
Hey man, you had it locked into live and direct with yours truly, decent, incredible. My guest G, the producer. Thank you for tuning in. So until next time, man, we gonna get up out of here.
Easy, the incredible.